So I see this trend on social media, and it's basically saying, how to make your first million, how to make millions, etc. Right? And people, they latch onto that because the million is a good number to latch onto, but in reality, it's not the number that you should necessarily be shooting for. See, in order to hit your financial freedom number, you need to keep your expenses as low as possible. And I say it, and it makes people all upset. But if you're really serious about it, and you really want to do what I did, you need to go out and do what I did. You need to go out on Facebook, Craigslist, whatever. Craigslist used to be the thing, right? Facebook Marketplace, and buy you a car that's like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, right? Somewhere around there. It's got, it runs good, transmission's good, got cold AC, and maybe has cruise control, right? Like, that was my kind of criteria, right? And you're going to drive that car for like 80,000 or 100,000 miles, right? In the meantime, when you don't have this crazy payment, you're going to reinvest this money, and you're going to put it into yourself, into your business, into your venture, right? And you're going to fail a bunch. It's going to happen. You're going to have good times and bad. You're going to fail a bunch. You only need to find that one product, that one opportunity, that one niche, if you will, to really make it worth your while. Now, really what I'm saying is get your expenses as absolutely low as possible, okay? And that means, maybe living in a 1,200 square foot home, and some people that's big. That's, depending on where you're listening from, right? And like under $300,000 here in Texas, we get you a mediocre, hell, maybe even a new build, right? And that's where you live, even if you can safely afford a 7-figure home, right? So once you get all this under control and you're not, watching Netflix, for instance, and you're watching YouTube for free, and you can really get your expenses low, now you can say, okay, cool. Now my expenses are, let's pick a number, all right? $4,000 a month, right? It's kind of a common number, actually. If you can get it low, keep it there. And some people are laughing. They're way over that or way below that. But if $4,000 is your number, you need to say, okay, for every, I like real estate, all right? It's where I make like all of my money pretty much. And it's really what makes the difference is really real estate. All the other stuff is just kind of, busy stuff, keep you, occupied doing something else, but really doesn't make a lot of money. Real estate's what really makes the actual money and actually pays the bills, right? But if every property, for instance, is netting you $500, right? And you could do it with some of the owner finance creative deals. But if every property is, let's hear me out, all right? Just easy math. $500, how many deals you gotta get? 8. 8 deals, and you will be financially free. You do not have to work until you're 65. Hell, now it's more like 70 or 75, right? But you need to get those, let's just say, 8 deals done, right? You have to ask yourself at this point, I ask you, how fast can you get 8 deals done? If you can do 2 deals a year, 1 deal, 4 deals, hell, some people can do 8 deals a year. It really kind of depends, right, on if you can raise capital, if you have the capital, if you have access to capital, like a HELOC or something, if you can get creative where you don't need hardly any at all, you can get to those 8 properties rather quickly. And let's just say you did it in 24 months. There you go. You're done. You can quit your job if you want to. All right? A lot of people, they're listening like, heck yeah, I would. And I don't blame you. But you need to get, first step is get control of your expenses. Cut out the fat. Going out to eat is the fat. Buying a new phone every year can be considered that. Buying a new car, oh my gosh, every single freaking year, every other year, you're taking a massive depreciation hit again and again and again and again. Or you can go out and buy a $5,000 car, drive for 3 years, and sell for $5,000. And if you want, because it's cheap, you could even pull, a cheaper insurance policy on it as well. Taking what a lot of people pay $1,000 a month for, and just to sit there, and you're paying like $100 or less. That's how you get the number down, and that's how you speed up the process in order to become financially free.